Welcome, welcome, welcome to today's live show. We're going to be talking about mini products again, mini digital products. I've been doing a series this week of trainings on, creation or how you could quickly create digital products, how you can monetize digital products. And today is no different. We're going to be talking about 5 mini products that I'm seeing in the marketplace that are selling like hotcakes. So some of it is from my own experience, and some of it, again, is just looking to see what everybody is selling and then spending money on. If they're spending money on it, it stands to reason that it is selling. If they're, like I say, if they're spending money on ads, you would think that they were selling it. So we're going to talk about the 5. It's not necessarily the only things that are selling like hotcakes, but I narrowed it down to 5. We're going to focus in on those. So as you guys are coming in, not out, coming in, just give me a shout out. Where in the world are you? If you are brand new and have never been on one of my shows before, I just like to introduce myself, and I'd love if you would introduce yourself. Just put #new so I can see you. My name is Kim Garst. I'm an online marketing strategist. That just is a fancy term for saying I love to help people make more money in their business. And if you are interested in that, then you are in the right place. I have a lot of help with me today. I have both of my puppies are on my desk right now. So if we end up with like a mic turnover or anything, well, we're just going to go with it. So, hey, Angelica, glad to see you. I'm always appreciative of seeing you. I see you a lot on my lives, so I'm always glad that you're here. All right. So as you got, like I say, we got Ed from Jacksonville. Great to see you, Ed. Hey, Danny, good to see you. Jessica, waving, good to see you. Nice to meet you for the first time. Glad you're here. Like I say, we're going to be talking about digital products today. Hey, Stu, good to see you. So you are in sunny Miami, Florida. Yeah, it is beautiful here in Tampa today. Not too hot, but yeah, puppies on the desk. So Christy, let me show you this one. This is my new little puppy. His name is Max. Some of you guys kind of heard about Max because he struggled. He had a rough time when we first got him. He had parvo, and it was touch and go for a while. But I've got both of them. Sophie's right here too. Max is like, don't put me down. So we may have, like I say, we're going to have puppy time today. Hey, Philadelphia, Angelica, I didn't know you were from Philadelphia. How's the weather up there? Good to see you too, Colleen. Hey, Paul, how are you feeling? I've been thinking about you. I hope you're doing better. Charlotte, North Carolina. I love your kisses, but could we just not do kisses right this minute? Maybe we could put them off until later. I told you guys, warning you straight up. It could be a little bit furry today. That's all good though. If you're a fur baby lover, then we're all going to be fine. We're going to be friends is what I say. Okay. So let me get set up here so that we can talk about this. All right. Oops. Let me add that back. Okay. So like I say, 5 mini digital products that are selling like hotcakes. And again, these are not the only ones, but I really wanted to key in on not just what I'm seeing, what we're doing, in-house, but also what I'm seeing in the marketplace. So for those of you who might not know what a digital product is, a digital product is anything that you can sell virtually, which, kind of makes sense. Digital, it's not a physical product, in other words, and it can be delivered in a digital format, usually as a download option. Specifically, one of the ways that I teach the delivery method of your mini digital product is a PDF, because technically you can use a PDF for almost every type of content format. Video, you can embed video inside of a PDF, text, obviously. You can turn checklists or workshops or worksheets, all of that kind of stuff. That's what we would traditionally call a digital product into a PDF, and that makes delivery of a PDF doable for anyone. And so I'm always about that. What can we do? What can I teach that would be doable from a tech perspective for anyone? So thanks, Bill. Yeah, he is a sweetness now. I tell you, we have really enjoyed this little guy. All right. So next up is the first idea that I have for you guys. Now, I know you may be thinking, well, planners will how can I create a planner? But let's talk about that for a second. People love planners, and we all have something in our business that we have to plan around, right? There's all kinds of ideas around this. I think lots of times people take a look at maybe the planners that they buy, physical planners, like they buy at Staples or somewhere, and they think that that's what I'm referring to. I'm actually not necessarily referring to something like that. It's more like different, like plans. What kind of a plan for something specific? Like, a life planner is a little bit of a bigger thing, right? But budget, maybe it's a budget planner of some sort. Like maybe it's, if you're a Facebook ads service provider, maybe you have some sort of a Facebook ads budget planner, for example. Organization planners, narrowing that down, like, how do you organize your files, for example? Like that's a huge problem for literally everyone. Chore planners, like if you are, depending on what type of a business model you have, meal planners are also super big. So I think lots of times when you think the concept of a planner, you're thinking of it too big. How do you narrow that down into something that your business does that has a plan that you can put together and sell it? Because anytime you can save people time and money and give them a structure for something, boom, win. So a digital planner is a really, really great idea, and they are selling very well. So ebooks. Now we spoke about ebooks on a couple of trainings ago. And I wanted to run over this again real quick. One, I'm going to do some stats, and then I want to talk about why ebooks are so popular right now. So some stats for you, and these are new as of 2020. So I wanted to make sure that, I qualified that. Readership of ebooks is up 30%. And it does make sense because a lot of people are, not on the go as much. So they have more time to potentially, check out content and read. I'll just speak for myself. My time, I love to read. And so the time that I'm spending reading in COVID times has absolutely gone up. And that's across the board. That's not just me. I think a lot of people are, consuming content like that. Revenue is projected to reach over 16 million in 2020. So if you think that an ebook is, old school, it's still viable. It's still absolutely a medium that people are consuming. And that number is expected to go up to 20 million in sales by 2025. So there's absolutely still a market share for ebooks. And this is what I thought was really interesting is the largest market share is in the age bracket of 25 to 34 years of age. And that kind of surprised me. I'm just curious, do you guys find that that's kind of like, you wouldn't have expected that? You would have maybe expected that maybe that would have been a different age bracket. I felt like that was a surprise for me. So again, curious what y'all think, but the point of the stats are that there is opportunity here. And why are they working? One, they're easily consumable and easy to easy to consume. There's Amazon Kindle, Kobo is super popular right now. So both of those formats make, again, the ebook concept, very viable for us. And we're not necessarily having to deliver a mechanism for delivery. Like if you create an ebook and you put it on Amazon, for example, you have a built-in traffic source there, and they facilitate the delivery mechanism for you, which is kind of cool too. They're simple to create for the most part. And in fact, if you, one of the strategies that we use, in fact, we're doing this right now, is we're taking blog content and turning the blog content into an ebook around a series of specific types of book titles, and then we plan to put those on Amazon, and technically they'll be, people could buy them as well, we could have them printed and they could physically get a printed version as well, which is another value add. And then they're a great way to build credibility and generate leads. If you're smart, you'll put lead gens inside of your ebooks, and again, generate leads that way. This is the best part. They're a great way to create passive revenue. That's one of the things that I'm big on. I would bet you if you don't have passive revenue right now, you'd like to have passive revenue, and ebooks are a great way to create that. So my third strategy, or that's not a strategy. Well, technically, I guess it is a strategy, but my third mini product suggestion for you is templates. When I say templates, I'm going to give you some examples of some ideas, and then I'm going to show you some examples that I literally pulled out of my Facebook feed like an hour ago. I mean, these were just some that I went through my Facebook feed to show you that people are spending money to sell these, which again means that more than likely they wouldn't be spending money to get people to buy them if they weren't working for them. So done for you solutions right now are absolutely huge. And it doesn't always have to be totally done. It has to be a way to make people's lives easier. So like I say, I'm going to give you some examples. And these are literally just like off the top of my head that I was coming up with ideas, PowerPoints or keynotes. Now that you may say, well, that doesn't have anything to do with my business. And that may be true. But again, think of it from the perspective of what could you templatize in your business that would be perfect for your ideal person? Social media ideas and images I see those a lot. In fact, that's something we do here in-house. We have my Go Social content club, where we do, again, done for you content each and every month for people so they don't have to stress over it. Branding boards, ebooks, having ebook templates. We sell ebook templates, worksheets, checklists, resumes if you're in the career space, right? So there's all kinds of ideas that could be, again, templatized. And like I said, these are like literally, I just pulled these out of my Facebook feed literally an hour ago. I just did grab some quick screenshots. As you can see, there's a plug and play sales page copy template. There's 101 email templates. There's, high converting webinar presentations. Those are all kind of like templatized things that people are spending, money to advertise so that they can get people to buy those things. My suggestion is before you spend money to have people buy them, hopefully you can, if you have a community, you can put them out and see if people are going to buy them, test them, if you will, before you spend money to get people to buy them. But this kind of, when you see things in your Facebook feed, it stands to reason that if people are spending money to sell them, that they probably are selling them or they're testing them to see if they can sell them. If you see them over and over again, then chances are they absolutely are selling them, or they wouldn't continue to spend money advertising them. Now, this one, you may say to yourself, systems, like, Kim, that's a big word. What is a system like anyway? Like, that's just, I don't know if I can do a system. But again, anytime that you can save someone else time and money, it's going to equal a sale. I mean, that people really want to save time and money, shorten the learning curve. And when I say system, I don't mean it has to be fancy something. It's like over the top. And, I'll just speak for myself real quick. Until about 3 years ago, I was the kind of entrepreneur that flew by the seat of her pants. And if y'all feel like that's you're like, yeah, I don't have a system and there's no systems in my business. That was me about 3 years ago. I mean, seriously, and you can build successful businesses like that, by the way. I'm on my seventh seven-figure business right now. And until 3 years ago, so the last 2 businesses, essentially, I never had the first system. So, what's a system? Let's talk about a system. A system can be something as simple as a checklist, guys. It doesn't have to be something that's overwhelming. In fact, you don't want it to be. The intention of a small mini offer, a small digital product, is to solve one small thing. And of course, be able to sell that. So it could be something as simple as, what is your process for doing something in your business? And your person would love to know that. Like the person that you serve, if you could give them a checklist and they could say to themselves, okay, if I can do these 10 things and I get this result, then I want those 10 things. I want to know what's on that list, So that's kind of my, that hopefully that explains that a little bit. Don't get wrapped up in the overwhelm of thinking it has to be something fancy. It just has to be a structure to follow so that somebody can get the result, essentially. And there's all kinds of things. Like it could be as simple as, and I pulled these out of my Facebook feed again this morning. So it could be as simple as like an Excel spreadsheet, for example, something that, helps you add up your sales or something. I mean, we actually just created something like that for the PDF to Profit course for our VIP students. It's a calculator of sorts so that they can project their profits. So anything like that, where it's, a system, a structure, something that's going to help them. That's essentially what I'm referring to. And even though this 10 plus Trello templates that I'm showing you here is a template, it could be a template, but it's also a structure. It's also a system. In fact, it's 10 systems that's built out inside of a Trello board. And these are, by the way, huge right now. People that have a structure or a system and the outline of it or the process is inside of Trello. Oh my gosh, people are going literally crazy over these types of things. And anybody can do that. Anybody can leverage the power of Trello because it's free to create an outline of a system that they do. And think of a system like a checklist. It's like, what do I do first to impact this transformation, or whatever it is that you do in your business? I do this thing first. I do this thing second. I do this thing third. That's what a system is, guys. So don't think it has to be fancy smancy. It just has to give people a process to follow and save them time and money, right? All right. And then the last idea I have for you is workshops or masterclasses. You're probably seeing a lot of these right now. They could also be mini courses, where you are doing small video trainings that are either one training like a webinar isn't, if you do the webinar style training, I've been messaging these not so much as a webinar, but master classes or workshops where it's a little bit more involved and, given a little bit more detail. That shift in messaging has really been working. I'll just give you guys that little tip right there. But technically they're webinars, and you can take that video and obviously resell that content. But video is a super powerful tool for delivering your knowledge, guys. And it's something people are craving. It's huge right now because so many people are searching for content and ideas and, spending time learning right now. We did a workshop, essentially, or a masterclass, 9 steps to optimizing your LinkedIn profile, and created 5 figures in sales very quickly with that concept. Again, it was one transformation where we were promising to help them optimize their LinkedIn profile. I'm not teaching everything about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not my favoriteest social platform. Yeah, I'm saying it. Maybe I shouldn't. But I went through this process myself. I was like, I need to optimize my LinkedIn profile. How are we going to do it? And when we figured out the 9 steps to doing it, I did a training on it and sold that training. You have those types of things in your business too. What are you doing? How are you doing them? How do you promise one transformation? deliver the transformation. You created the video or the videos, depending on how many videos you think it's going to take. But video training is very powerful. On Facebook alone, now get these numbers. I really want you guys to key in on these numbers. On Facebook alone, there's an average of 8 billion daily video views. Think about that. 8 billion daily video views. I think that is just stunning. And that's on one social platform, by the way. Can you imagine what YouTube looks like? On average, each person in the US watches 1 hour and 17 minutes of video a day. Again, think about that. That's on average, every person in the US is watching at least an hour of video a day. Like, that's crazy. But if you think about it, I bet you that you probably are consuming content. It may not be exactly an hour, or you may say, well, yeah, probably 10 minutes or whatever. But on average, that's balancing out. That means that some people are consuming hours of content online each and every day. So I think that's an amazing number. And then video is projected to account for 82% of global internet traffic by 2022. Video, guys, is something we've just all got to wrap our heads around and get busy with it. Video across the board for every social platform, or leveraging it smartly on platforms where that content can be seen and be a gift that keeps on giving for you. So places like YouTube, for example, or Pinterest, where video has a longer lifespan. Is just, in my opinion, something we should absolutely be embracing. And it's also the best way to build the know, like, and trust factor. If you are showing up live, or, even if you're pre-recording video and using it on the socials, it is a great way to connect. People get a chance to see you and feel you and get a sense for your personality. And they know in 2 hot seconds whether they like you or they don't. And so that opportunity to really connect and have people hear your voice and connect with you in a relatable way is very powerful when it comes to video. So I hope you guys are using video. If you're not, that's a whole other conversation. But I just thought I'd give you a little gentle nudge right there. And of course, obviously, I've been doing these series of trainings, one, because I want people to understand how incredibly powerful digital products are right now. But when all of this COVID stuff happened, I was like, how can I help my community the most? And that's when I came up with the concept of PDF to Profit, and where we just opened the doors to PDF to Profit again, I think on Monday. And this is, I think, the 4th iteration of this course. We do deliver the content live. So if you're interested in creating and selling your first mini digital product, feel free to go check out kimgarst.com/join PDF to Profit. The concept, again, of this training is, 1, to get your mini digital product out the door, 2, to teach you how to deliver it in a mechanism that is easy for not only you to create, but also to deliver, and for your user or your buyer to be able to consume the content in the easiest way. Most everybody is familiar with a PDF format. They're very easy to create and deliver to your buyer. So I'm a big fan of the concept of, what's the easiest path to getting to the money? And so the PDF to Profit course is my way of sharing some of the things we've done over the years to generate revenue in the easiest way possible, because so many of my community were service-based entrepreneurs. And when COVID happened, a lot of my community went from having very profitable businesses to no business or little business. And so that means for many of us that have traditionally served a client, we need to really focus in on how can we stop trading time for money, because all of a sudden we don't have the client to trade time for money, right? So how do we take what we know, our knowledge, and by the way, we all know something that someone else would pay money for. Now, a lot of times people will say, well, yeah, but I don't know anything. One, they either say, I don't know anything, and I would say bull on that. And two, sometimes people will say, well, everybody else is selling the same stuff. Well, yes. I mean, there's how many people would potentially teaching people how to sell digital products these days, right? It's all about what you bring to the table and your knowledge. One of the things that really resonated with me years ago, I heard, Russell Brunson talking about how he got his start on in the digital space. And he was talking about, he put together an ebook, hint, hint, an ebook again, on how to build a potato gun. And he created over $1 million in sales with that potato gun. And so, or the instructions on creating a potato gun. And so that has really stuck with me over the years, is that if he can sell instructions to build a potato gun, yeah, we all have knowledge. Everybody has some knowledge that somebody else wants and is willing to pay for. Sometimes people will say, well, yeah, everything I know, you can find it online. Well, sure, that's true. There's nothing new under the sun. But who wants to Google stuff until their eyes bleed, or watch YouTube videos trying to figure out if the person that they're trying to learn from really knows their stuff? Nobody wants to do that. People want a ready-made solution to a problem that they have, and they're willing to pay for it. So never think that just because you feel like the knowledge you have is out there into the world, that people won't buy it, because that's just not the case. It's all about, the transformation that solves a problem for people, and people will pay for that. So hopefully I've intrigued you to the point you're like, I could do this. I want you to know you can do this. And the biggest value, one of the bigger values, I think, when it comes to digital products, is the fact that they allow you to create additional revenue in your business that is scalable. It's not like you're trading, hey, client over there, I have this product or this service for you, and it's going to take me, 10 hours to give this product or service to you, or deliver this product or service, or the transformation that I'm telling you I can. And that's one person. But if you have a digital product, you can sell it to 100, you can sell it to 1,000, you can sell it to 10,000 people. And you're not limited to that block of time that you would traditionally spend delivering the transformation you promised to your person. So you can absolutely create great revenue with a digital product. And I hope you are interested in doing that. If I can help along that journey, check out the PDF to Profit course. It's kimgarst.com/join PDF to Profit. We're going to be delivering this content live. It is different than just getting a login to a course. So we have 7 days of training, and you can build. My goal is to help you build a digital product in those 7 days. So no skirting around, getting a course and then saying, well, I'll get around to it eventually. This is a training, absolutely. But the goal is to help you actually get something accomplished. So hopefully you will be like, yes, I want to do that. And you'll join us. We would love to have you. All right. All right. I'm looking for questions here. I see Rhonda's been answering questions. Thank you. Is she not amazing? Okay. I see. Yeah, it looks like she's been catching the questions. If there is anything that didn't get answered, please feel free to jump in and ask your questions, guys. I'm super passionate about making sure I answer any questions. Nadia, this is a great question. How do you decide on price points? So this course is about what I call a mini digital product. It's not like a full-on course. I'm not teaching people to build a digital course. Now, that said, You could, a digital offer, a digital product could be a masterclass or something like that, or 3 or 4 small videos, or, there is application for that. But the delivery mechanism is not necessarily a login and all that stuff, because most people don't have that in place, and it requires some additional tech. So my goal is to teach you how to create a small digital product and or product suite, depending on where, what your idea is, and sell that for a low cost ticket price. So it could be anything less than $50, essentially. That's kind of my range. I've seen people sell things at $7, at $9, at $27, $37, $47 kind of thing, so it's, and I do teach that depending on what your product is. And then what, if you have any additional things that go with it, we do talk about that. All right. And Thomas, when you're talking about how effective is Instagram, in what context? For digital product sales? It's like any social platform. When you have a community on a social platform, it just goes back to how do you give value to that community in a way that is going to resonate with them. Instagram is huge, especially for product sales. Physical products in particular are really big on Instagram, but so are digital. If you present them as a solution to a problem, absolutely works. Hopefully that answered the question. I wasn't quite sure about the context of your question. I don't talk about Facebook ads. Since this course is so specific, we don't get into the specifics of Facebook ads. This is a low-cost course, so even though I'm spending a lot of time with the students, it's a price point that anybody can afford. It's only $37. So we focus in on the one thing. And we do talk about marketing it, but I don't teach Facebook ads in this course. So good question. All right. And Facebook ads are incredibly powerful. And Pinterest, we're doing a lot with Pinterest right now. Bottom line, you need a traffic source for anything. It doesn't matter what you're selling. Really, you only need 2 things to sell online. You need something people want, and you have to match it up with the people who want it. And that sounds pretty simplistic or maybe oversimplified, but that's the reality of it. So if you have something people want, then you have to match it up with those people. So where do you find those people? If you don't already have a community of people that are your people, then you have to pay to get those people, which could be Facebook ads, it could be Google ads, it could be Pinterest ads, it could be Twitter ads. It's again, you have to find the traffic source that matches up to your offer. Connie, I tell you what, if you will send me I don't have them in front of me, but if you can send us a Facebook message, or I see you're here on Facebook, if you'll just send us a message, the team will get you some screenshots. Great question. Happy to do that. Alicia, no, I don't. We don't cover the e-commerce platforms or how to collect course fees. This is the PDF to Profit course is all about creating your first or maybe next digital product, and potentially your digital product suite. What I mean by that is, if you are trying to affect a transformation, like let's say weight loss, you are trying to help people lose 10 pounds and you have a structure for that. Maybe you've got an ebook, for example, and it's, 9 ways to lose 10 pounds in blah, blah, blah time frame, right? A product suite, things that might go with that ebook might be like a calculator or a some recipes, or things that might give more value to your offer, and that's basically what we focus on. So it's not about a pure, it's not about totally what's the word I'm looking for? The course is not about necessarily creating a course. It's not a full-blown thing like that. It's about being very specific about building a mini digital product or a mini digital product offer. Hey, girl. I'm glad to see you, Phyllis. We need to catch up, sweetie. I hope you're doing good. And I love that you're over on Twitter. What are you doing there? Okay, that was rude, right? I don't know. But yeah, how many people are on Twitter these days? Not as many, probably. All right. Well, guys, I hope that you decide to to take us up on the PDF to Profit course. Tomorrow, I'm going live again. We're going to be talking again about mini digital products. So I've been really just trying to educate people as much as I can. So I'll be live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just keep coming and see. You may find that this is for you, and you may say like, nah, this isn't for me at this time. But my hope is that you'll learn something that you can take away and say, yeah, I could do that. I don't even necessarily need the course, although I hope you will need the course, obviously, because I would love to work with you to get you to the finish line on this. But at the end of the day, this is all about you. It's all about how can I educate you in a way that gives you the opportunity or seeds the opportunity that digital products have for you. So that's my hope here. All right, guys. Well, take care of yourselves. Stay safe, and God bless. See you tomorrow.